All right, welcome to It's All Relational. Today we are going to be talking all things annual conference with our president-elect, Claudia Johnson. Thank you so much for being here, Claudia.
Thank you so much for having me, Trevor. I'm
Yeah.
so excited to talk about conference.
Yes, yes. So, last year was your first annual conference,
Yes.
and we had a really great experience in Everett. And so, can you tell me more about after you kind of wrapped up your first conference, what you were thinking for this year's conference?
Yeah. Well, overall, for folks who might not know, this year WAMFT is celebrating 50 years as
Yes.
an organization,
Mhm.
which is so crazy to think about.
I
50
know.
years supporting our community, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something truly special.
Mhm,
And as marriage
mhm,
and family therapists, we are worried about CEs and we're always keeping, up to date with all things. But I wanted this conference to be one where everyone, like all families, are also a
mhm,
part of the event.
mhm,
So we were looking at venues that would be able to host not only our marriage and family
mhm,
therapists and students,
mhm.
associates,
Yeah,
clinical members, but also their families. So
right.
we're so excited that this year we're all heading south of Olympia. And we're going to be hosting the conference at Grave Wolf Lodge.
Incredible,
Woo!
incredible. Yes, and this is, a big shift for WAMFs, right?
It is.
In our 50 years, to my knowledge, we've not done an event like this that is gonna be so family-centric and focused, and it makes sense given our kind of relational family orientation,
Yeah, we're
clinically.
systems thinkers. We should
Yes.
involve all systems.
Yes, yes. And so it's really just a really inspired idea, I think, Claudia, and something
Mm,
that, I'm surprised that we haven't really come up with, before. But it's great that we have this opportunity now. So you're saying this is a conference that people can bring their kids to, can bring their partners to. Meant to be a little bit more like residential and fun focused.
absolutely.
Mhm,
Everything will be in-house, and what I'm hoping is that folks can show up for conference, they can come to learn and also
mhm,
have an amazing weekend with their families and
mhm,
play
mhm.
together and
Yeah.
maybe meet, one another's, packs.
Yeah, right.
'Cause
Yes,
that's what they call it, at the Wolf Lodge,
yes,
and yeah, just make it more relational. I mean, even the name of this podcast, right? It's all relational, so
yes,
I
right.
want to be throughout, like,
Mhm.
all the like, the whole weekend, essentially,
Totally.
as well.
Yeah, yeah. So it's September 25th and 26th of this year, correct?
Yes. So
Yeah.
we historically have hosted, the conference on like the 15, the 16, like around that time. But this year we weren't able to do that because Grave Great Wolf Lodge is actually having their yearly kind of like shutdown, and they're
Mm.
like taking care of all the facilities and the
Mhm,
installations. They're doing all
mhm.
that, and then they open one day before, I think like around
Oh,
noon on
wow.
Thursday, and then we start our conference on Friday. So we're like the first big event that's gonna be a Great Wall of Lodge after their shutdown and, like, taking care of everything.
Well, that's helpful in some ways for me to hear as a, you know, kinda low-key germaphobe, right? And a child of Southern California where, the water parks are outdoors. Great Wolf Lodge is an indoor water park, right?
Uh-huh.
And resort and all those things. It has not just water park, but it's got arcade and all this other stuff.
Yes.
But so you're saying that after the summer season, they do like a total refresh, nuke everything with bleach and, all of that.
Yeah, and also, the rooms, like, they shut down for a whole week, and
Wow.
then they go to town.
That's great to hear. It's like drinking a kombucha, for they're resetting their biome.
They're resetting
Yeah,
their biome, and
yeah,
then we're
yes.
their official, like, first event, so
Wow,
I think
wow.
I mean, it's important also for membership to know this, and,
Yes.
something that I think could be really cool if they haven't had a chance
Mhm,
to look at some of the just like the information that we've been trying
mhm.
to share with our
Yeah.
membership. I highly encourage folks to stay at the
Yes.
lodge
Right.
because if they
Right.
stay, their room comes with water park access.
Mm, mhm,
So their
mhm.
whole families can have fun at the water park while
Totally.
you're
Yeah.
learning, and then you can
Mhm.
still join them. I think the
Yeah.
water park is open till 8 p.m. and
Right.
most of our events and conference will be done around like either 4:30 or 5. So you still have 3 hours of water park with your family,
Nice.
and most of the other offerings within the lodge are still open.
Mhm.
So I think they have like a scavenger hunt that's super cool with like magic
Fun.
swords and things that you can tap around that I think kids
Right.
are gonna love.
Yes.
They have an arcade. They also have quite a couple of bars. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So there's fun for the whole family, like you're referencing. It's gonna be, challenging, I'd imagine, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, little conference, blues roll along. It's like, "Oh, should I hit the lazy river or, do this, trauma training?" Speaking
There
of
you
the
go.
what are we pick a theme every year for
Yes.
conference, right? So, can you tell us more about, what the theme is this year and what led you to choose it?
Yeah. So our theme this year is called Roots of Connection,
Mm.
Deepening Systemic Practice
Mhm,
in
mhm,
Changing Times.
mhm.
And I mean, we're only, what is it, like May? And it
Yeah,
feels like it's been a decade. Like it's been quite a year
yeah,
and couple of years, I would say.
yeah.
And just everything is changing so quickly.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
hear this, in my
Yeah,
practice with my colleagues, like, we're
right.
supporting the community. We're all going through
Mhm.
it at the same time. And
Totally.
I just wanted to, for folks who are in private practice or folks who have been, out of school for so long,
Mhm.
to reconnect, right? Like all
Yeah,
about the connection, the collaboration, and that,
right.
again, like the systemic practice, we support
Mhm.
our communities who in turn are supporting, other communities,
Right.
at large, society at large. So I wanted the theme to be about going inward, like honoring the
Mhm.
history of our organization, of our
Right,
field, and at the
right.
same time to continue to foster that collaboration and
Mhm.
connection,
Yeah,
among practitioners and
yeah.
clinicians, not only MFDs, but also other
Right.
professions as well.
Right, absolutely, because this is open to, non-MFT mental health professionals as well, and we really wanna welcome
Absolutely.
all those
Social
folks, right?
workers, counselors, yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So roots of connection, deepening the roots of connection. With that, what, keynote speakers do you have in mind? What do we have on deck there?
Oh my gosh, so exciting. So on Friday, our keynote is Diane Gayheart. So for those of you who don't
Yeah,
know who Diane
wow.
is, please just Google her.
Yes,
We're so
yes.
excited that she's gonna be joining
Mhm,
us.
mhm.
And we're gonna have like a thorough opportunity to learn from her because
Mhm, mhm.
usually our keynotes, they will be with us and share their expertise with us for about 2 hours.
Right,
Diane asked for 3 because she wants to give
okay.
us a
Give
lot.
us the good. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And, I mean, I am thrilled. She is
Mhm,
wonderful, she's fantastic, and I think our
mhm.
membership is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Now she is, to my knowledge, a person that really specializes in trainings, right? That's her, kind of whole thing. So do you have an idea of what her keynote's gonna be about or what she's gonna be focusing on?
Yeah, I don't wanna, like, spoil it because I just wanna say that people should tune into the podcast, in the
Right,
future
right. We're
to
gonna
hear
we're
more
gonna
about
be
it.
we'll be interviewing her. Yes. Yes.
Yes, but I'll just say it has to do with, again, like, systems thinking
Mhm,
and
mhm.
intergenerational kinda
Okay.
relationships, and also I mean, I wanna spoil it, but considering politically where we're at,
Yes.
right?
Right, right.
Like how to sit, in
Mhm.
discomfort and
Yes.
honoring people's experiences,
Yeah.
realities when they may
Right.
be completely different from our own.
Mhm, mhm,
I asked her because she also has a talk about this, and I was like, "Can you
mhm.
sprinkle that in there?" And she was so
Yeah.
thrilled. It's like, "Oh my god,
Mhm.
this is a theme that it keeps coming up and up
Yeah.
and up. I will include it." So
Absolutely.
for folks,
Yes.
maybe a little bit more polarized in their
Mhm.
practice or their families, right? Their clients
Yeah.
are talking about how polarized
Right,
things are in the
right.
families. Diane is gonna talk to us about that.
Mhm. Yeah, wonderful. Okay, so Diane is our first keynote. Who's our
Yes,
second keynote?
she'll be on Friday. And our second keynote is Kim Guerra. And for folks
Mhm,
who may not be familiar with Kim Guerra is an MFT.
mhm,
She is a Latina, a
mhm,
powerhouse, and
mhm.
she talks about honoring and owning who you are. So she's
Mhm,
written several books. One of them is
mhm,
called Brown Badass Bonita,
mhm,
which is
mhm.
all the things that I am here for.
Yes,
As a
yes,
woman of color and as a Latina, I
right.
I am so I can't wait, honestly.
Yeah,
And for
yeah,
folks who are not familiar with her
awesome.
work and maybe working with populations,
Mhm.
um, you know, she's gonna. I was like, please bring your book and please like sign your book. I
Yeah,
know that people are gonna be really excited, but she's
right.
just so spiritual in her practice and
Mhm, mhm.
so I don't know how to describe it. We
Wow.
have a saying in Mexico, which is corazón con patas, which means like a heart that has legs. And when I
Mm,
think of Kim,
mhm.
she's a heart with legs. Like
Yeah,
I think people are
yeah,
just gonna be
that's awesome.
really touched by what she's gonna
Yeah,
share with us on Saturday.
yeah, wonderful. So she'll be there on Saturday.
Yes.
Great, great. Now I believe, and we probably can't say too much about this yet, but
Yeah.
there's a potential third, I mean, if these 2 powerhouses weren't enough,
Right.
uh,
You
we
know me, I wanna go loud.
yeah, you wanna go big. So, I wonder if you can elliptically speak about the potential third person.
Yes. So I'm really excited and I want everybody to keep their, fingers crossed.
Mhm,
We're in the works of securing
mhm,
a completely different type of powerhouse. And when I say
okay,
powerhouse, like in every, every aspect of the word,
mhm,
um, this is a person that has deep connection ties to Olympia. So I'm going to say,
okay,
politically,
hmm,
and just what she does,
mhm,
who she is, what she spearheaded and continues to do,
mhm,
I think we would be blown away. So we're just trying to
okay,
finesse the details to make sure she'll be able to join. But when I say you won't believe it, I am not kidding.
okay, okay. Alright, well, can I take 3 guesses and you can blink twice if I'm
I
right?
love it. Poker face on. Let's see if I can do
Alright,
this.
alright. Lady Gaga. Can't say. Oh, you
Wait, that was
poker
Madonna. I don't know. Lady
poker
Gaga. Just
face
like,
inspired that. Okay, okay. Maybe it's not Lady Gaga. Hillary Clinton.
my gosh, can you imagine?
Okay, so maybe that was not that would be crazy. That would be surprise. I'm just thinking surprises. You mentioned political.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Christine Gregoire, our former governor.
Oh, okay. You're
Deep
so
cut.
close. And that's
Oh,
all I'm going to say.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not kidding.
I'm
Yeah,
warm.
it's pretty,
Okay, okay. Well, that's
very,
good to
very
know.
warm.
All right,
Very, very
but
hot.
it's probably not those 3 people, right? So, okay, great. All right. So incredible lineup of keynote speakers, right?
So
But
excited. I'm
as we
thrilled.
know with conference, we have the keynotes that are kind of the anchor speakers, but
Yeah.
then so much of the training and excitement happens in the breakout, presentations, which our
Yes.
members,
Sharing their
propose.
expertise or
Yes.
knowledge. Yes.
Yes. So right now we're currently in the window where we are receiving like reviewing proposals
Yes. We're
for.
actively reviewing and we're still receiving proposals. So
Mhm.
the deadline is coming up in a couple of
Great.
weeks. Our
Mhm.
deadline is May 31st
Okay.
for workshop proposals and for poster presentations as well.
Mhm.
So to the professors out there,
Mhm. Mhm.
please share this with your students. It's a
Yes.
great opportunity to get
Mhm.
experience presenting at conferences, and
Yes.
we always have awards. So your
Yeah.
students can also go home with,
Cash money.
oh yeah, let's, buy some books or whatever it
Yeah.
is that we want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Now, these proposals and the presentations usually exist on multiple tracks,
Yes.
themes. So, can you
Yes.
talk us through what some of those are, so people can start thinking about, what they want to do?
Absolutely. So, as you were mentioning, every year we try to have different tracks. So, depending on where folks are specializing, where their niches are, that they can attend different tracks throughout the conference. And this year we have three. The three are Foundations of Connection, which is all about how to sustain, systemic practice.
Mhm,
And for example, I'm looking at my notes here, like some of the things that I said in terms of this particular track. Revisiting and reimagining core models and its
mhm.
contemporary applications.
Oh, great.
So if
Mhm,
that is speaking to you, please share your
mhm.
knowledge with us, submit
Yeah,
a proposal.
right.
Ethics, supervision, and reflective practice as
Mhm,
relational acts, right?
mhm,
We are not
mhm.
only supporting the community, but
Right.
for folks who are mentoring future clinicians or supervisors, this is something that they can also share with other
Mhm,
supervisors.
mhm. Yeah.
And strengthening professional roots through, again, mentorship, education, and
Mhm.
community. So this is for
Great.
everybody. That would be the first track.
Mhm,
The second track is called Interconnected Practices,
mhm,
and that has to do with exploring identity, culture, the global reach of our systemic work.
mhm.
That is where, to me, Kim Guerra comes like at the
Yeah,
perfect time.
right.
So it's intersectional approaches to
Mhm,
race, gender, sexuality, and
mhm.
migration, right? Especially where we're
Yeah,
today.
that's a big thing.
Climate change, ecological grief, and collective trauma,
Mhm,
global and cross-cultural systemic practices that are
mhm.
shaping how we connect and heal. So that would be
Great.
track number two. And then
Mhm,
the third track is power and visibility and possibility as well, I would say.
mhm, mhm,
So it's transforming systems of justice
mhm,
and resilience. So
mhm,
some of the
mhm,
things that we can see in that track is advocacy and legislative action,
mhm,
potential third speaker, building equity within therapeutic practice and
mhm,
institutions,
mhm.
and therapists as change makers in broader social systems. So
Great.
if you are a clinician that has, deep connections to the community or are partnering with, I don't
Mhm,
know, different organizations or
mhm,
even, the Washington government, like you can
mhm,
come share your
mhm.
expertise, right?
Yeah,
Because we are
right.
also change makers.
Yeah.
So those are
Great.
the tracks.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yeah.
So can you say the 3 tracks again just separately, like, each one?
Yes. So the first one is Foundations of Connection.
Foundations of Connection,
Second one, Interconnected Practices.
Interconnected Practices,
And third, Power and Possibility.
Power and Possibility. Okay. Exciting. So what people need to be thinking about, proposals that would fit in this, learning objectives that would fit and match what each of these are, and then submit
Absolutely.
those by May
May
31st.
31st.
Great.
Yes.
Awesome.
And I will say, within these tracks, if
Mhm.
folks have other certifications or,
Yes.
more letters after their name,
Mhm.
this
Mhm.
is a great opportunity to share their expertise because
Yeah.
every core or different core track has a possibility for ASEC Cs. We,
Mhm.
as WAMFT providers, we can
Yes.
provide those. We
Right.
are ASEC
Mhm.
providers. If folks are doing ethics or the new one, right? Like
Mhm.
professional boundaries, health
Right.
equity, like we can
Right.
also support that.
Right. Right.
So yeah, if your
Yeah.
theme, your topic, your
Mhm.
proposal is geared towards any of those areas,
Mhm.
we will be more than happy to collaborate with you to
Yeah.
make sure that your learning objectives and what you're
Mhm.
going to be presenting can fit what is required for those, and then
Yeah.
we can
Right.
offer not only licensure Cs, right, but also specialty ones
Mhm.
such as health equity, ethics, Worlds and Boundaries,
Right.
and ASECT.
Totally. And KJ, our ethics czar at WAMP,
Right.
she is always available for, help with learning
Well of
objectives.
knowledge.
She loves that kind of thing, right? So that's a, like you're saying, if you have the inkling that, oh, this could fit in the health equity, um kind of training track. This could fit a little bit more of this professional roles and boundaries track. Then talk to her, and she's very open to help you
Yeah. Just
craft
reach
what.
out to us and we'll
Well,
help you for sure.
yes, absolutely, great. Okay, so people need to be doing that by May 31st. Now,
Yes.
conference not only is an incredible educational opportunity, but it's also and especially this year with it's going to be kind of residential,
Yeah.
a great opportunity to meet people and network, rub shoulders with others, and especially that we're celebrating our golden anniversary here, 50 years with
Yes.
Wham. what are ways that people are going to be able to connect with other colleagues during this conference?
Absolutely. I think that one of the I don't even know how to describe it, but one of the barriers, I guess that's the
Mhm.
word I would use, that I've encountered in this role when planning for conference
Mhm.
is because it's local.
Mhm.
People show up for the training and then they leave,
Right,
right?
right.
And then our approach has been, well, if there's going to be traffic while people are leaving, maybe we can have some sort of networking event and
Yeah,
then people can be traffic and then they can leave. This year, my hope is folks will be staying at the lodge.
right, right,
So I'll just say the party doesn't have to end. That's my
right.
thinking. We want this to feel like a retreat, right? Like
Mhm.
it's a treat for everybody, but it's also a retreat. So
Yes.
my hope is, particularly on Friday, that we will have a networking event to
Mhm.
celebrate WAM's 50th anniversary
Mhm.
that is going to happen where the conference is at.
Right.
And maybe, I don't think I talked about this before, but for folks who might be a little worried about how does a conference work at a place as Great Wall of Lodge, I just want to say it's a completely separate building
Mhm.
that
Yeah, we're not going
connects
to be
through the
on the
hotel.
slides,
Right.
while we're doing
I
the
mean, maybe some
yeah,
people would be like, "That'd be awesome."
yeah,
But, it's a completely separate
yeah.
building that
Mhm.
is very quiet and removed
No kids,
from
no
all
kids
the
there.
fun.
Yes.
And it also connects through, just
Mhm.
kind of the lodge, so
Mhm.
people don't even have to drive. So you just park your car and you forget
Right,
about everything.
right.
So on Friday we're gonna have that networking event. And my hope is that this year we can continue to celebrate and acknowledge all the folks that
Mhm.
have made this past 50 years possible
Right.
so that people know, well, we talk about like her story, but I would say their
Mhm.
story this time around, right? Like Wem's story. Um, there you go.
Wamfstery.
That's way better. Yes.
That rolls
um,
off the tongue. We'll workshop it.
we'll workshop it. We'll come back to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just want folks to
Mhm.
have a better understanding of where we
Yeah.
started and
Right.
also hope for where we're going, right?
Totally. Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
There's gonna be, again, going back to that power and possibility.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
On Friday we're gonna be hosting an event for folks who may know um Dr. Sain Shamoon. He has hosted this really
Mhm.
powerful and
Yeah.
transformative space where people can share their
Right.
stories and be
Mhm. Mhm.
acknowledged and seen
Yeah.
and just celebrated.
Right.
It's called Narratives of Pain, and
Mhm.
it's going to
Mhm.
be happening on Friday as well. So
Right.
folks who may feel compelled, to
Yeah.
share something
Totally.
about their story, they're more than welcome
Right.
to. So those
Mhm.
are some
Mhm.
like different ways to continue to just let our guards down and let
Yeah.
ourselves be supported and
Right.
acknowledged. And then, yeah, I mean, because the party doesn't end, I'm thinking we can even like have a huge dinner together, maybe,
Mhm.
meet your friends or network
Yeah.
colleagues at go to the
Right.
bar, like, because we don't have to go anywhere. That
Right.
that was my hope. So
Right.
hopefully lots of opportunities to
Absolutely. And
chat
you're
and hang out.
saying folks are able to there's a block of rooms, for WAMFT
Yes.
that folks are able to book, so you get a discount staying there.
You get a really good discount. They
Mhm.
were so awesome with us. They have been
Mhm.
incredible. If you call, because I don't know if online, now that we've met all our rooms, I don't know if online's still available, but if you call
Okay.
and you give them the code, which is an interesting code, and I can pull that up. It's not what you would expect.
It's
Um,
not it's not Wamfstery? I
it's
thought
not
it would be Wam
Wantry.
yeah.
I think they were going for a WAMF 2026, but I think there was like a typo that then
Oh,
she told me, it's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I didn't do that." So I think it's
okay.
like 6026 something. There's something different. But
Is it on
anyway,
the,
happy to
it's
share.
on the website? People can find it
It's
on the
on the
website?
website. So there's a couple of
Great.
things. It's on the website. There's also a blog post that I shared.
Great.
And folks must have gotten like a email that went out to everybody.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, if folks have any questions, they can always like email me at
Mhm. Yeah.
president-elect at WAMFT or conference
Yeah.
at WAMFT.org, and
Right.
I'm happy to share that with them.
Wonderful.
But yeah, call, give them the code. You get a
Mhm.
really good discount, and
Yes.
water park access is included.
Mhm. Mhm.
And again, you don't have to worry about anything. And
Yeah.
They have what is it, like, Whataburger? I don't know, they have, like, so many things in there that I was like, "This is awesome."
Yeah. Yeah. Right, yeah, everything's in-house, and you're gonna be able to kind of, like, eat and drink and have fun, with friends, and make new friends and colleagues. It's just a wonderful idea here, Claudia, to kind of have an opportunity for us to not just come together and learn, but then also be able to network and play after, right, together.
Right.
That's a big part, such an important part of our community, and what we've been doing for 50 years, what we're gonna hopefully do for 50 plus more,
I
right?
love it,
So
yes.
exciting. And now is a great time to as good a time as any. Yesterday was a great time to register, and now it's even better, for
Absolutely.
conference because, pricing is gonna continue to go up, right, as we get closer.
My hope is that I won't have to do that ever again, like, that's just what it is.
Oh, okay.
For
So
folks that missed the
pricing is
early
what it is.
bird,
Right, right,
then
right.
that was, I guess, the best, opportunity
I
to
see.
buy it.
Right,
I
right.
don't think prices are gonna go up, but what
Okay.
I will say is we've had some issues with our system. And
Mm,
again, this is not, I'm not saying WAMFT is not responsible, but I'm going to say WAMFT is not responsible.
yes.
It's just, with our parent affiliate, AMFT,
Mm,
lets us know like these folks are members now, but it takes
right,
time for
right.
us to get that
Yes.
information. So
Mhm,
if in your system, when
mhm.
you're logging in and you're trying to purchase conference, you don't see that your membership discount is
Oh, right, right.
included.
Mhm.
If you're seeing the full price, please reach out to us ASAP
Yes,
because it means we
absolutely.
haven't been able to update it because we haven't received that information.
Right. Mhm.
But yeah, so our members get really good discounts. Our
Yes.
students get incredible discounts.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
if you're not a member of WAMT, I would highly, highly encourage you and recommend
mhm.
you become a member first and then
And
you
then you
purchase
register,
conference
yeah.
because you're gonna
Right.
save way more that way. Um, but yeah, and
Yeah.
also, I mean, wink, wink, but to our presenters, they also get a really good discount.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
if you're debating, should I attend, not attend,
Mm, mhm.
come share your expertise and you're gonna be
Yeah,
rewarded
right.
tenfold.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Well, it's gonna be a great conference, September 25th and 26th
Yes,
this year,
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and
Mhm.
Saturday, at the Great Wolf Lodge in, Grand Mountain, Washington. So head over to the website, sign up, and in the coming weeks, we're going to be highlighting speakers and speaking with on the podcast some of the speakers and keynotes. And we're also this summer leading up to the conference going to be doing much more content focused on the 50th anniversary, right? To kind of build towards this, really exciting, celebration of 50 years of
Absolutely.
WAMFT. So,
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that, Trevor. And if I can, tell our membership and folks that might be listening to us,
mhm.
if you have any stories throughout this past 50 years
Yeah,
with WAMP that you
right.
want to share,
Mhm, mhm,
pictures, moments,
mhm.
acknowledgments, please send them all our way.
Yes.
You can email us at
Mhm,
conference@wamp.org.
mhm.
We are trying to compile as much as we can so we can
Yeah,
continue to highlight and just
right.
acknowledge all the things we've been. And what was the name we landed on? Wimp story?
Wampstery.
Wimp
I
story. I
think
love
that
it.
we're gonna call that our first try.
Love it.
You
Let's
know,
let's see how the audience responds.
yes, but Wamp 50 is for sure what's going on, so,
Yes.
thank you so much, Claudia, for all the work you've
Thank
done
you,
on
Trevor.
this and for joining today.
Thank you so much. And we can't wait to see you at Great Lodge in September.
Alright, I'll stop